Hello guys, welcome to my channel Chem Insider. In this class now we are going to discuss about how to solve a logarithmic number or how to solve a logarithmic function. And what are the uses of logarithms. So as of now we have discussed about all the rules and laws of algebras and logarithms. So now we are going to solve a logarithmic problem. So how can we solve a logarithmic problem? Or sometimes logarithms can also be used for calculating x cubes or x to the power 4 exponential terms. So how can we do that? So first, in order to calculate or estimate the value of some logarithmic terms, you need to know about two terminologies. One is characteristic, and the other one is mantissa. One is character and the other one is mantissa. So what are these character and mantissa? Character and mantissa are the two terms which we find in common for every logarithmic number. So if we have any numbers such as like this 25.2349, so this is a logarithmic function. We can take it as a logarithmic answer or some decimal point. In this, the number before the decimal on the left of the decimal is called the character of the given equation, given logarithmic function, and the term after the decimals are called mantissa. Okay, so how to know a character or mantissa of a given logarithmic term? So let us take for an example. Let us say we need to find the logarithmic value of, let us say, find the log of x point y x point x a b c d. So now you need to determine the logarithm of x dot a b c d. So for a logarithmic number, always we need to use is this term is used for calculating the character of the answer, and the first four terms ignoring the decimal. The first four terms ignoring the decimals are used for calculating the mantissa or determining the mantissa. So how can you give first we need to find the character of this given problem. So now to find the character of x point a b c d, first we need to observe the number of digits present before the decimal. So if n is the number of digits present, before the decimal, then character of the given log value will be n minus 1. That is, if there is n number of elements, n number of digits present before the decimal, then the character of the given log function will be n minus 1. That is, if you have, for example, log of 249.345, something like this, then character of the decimal is given, character of this given log function is, we have 3 digits, that is n is equal to 3. Character will be n minus 1, that is 3 minus 1. So the answer you should write it as 2 point something. So that something will be the mantissa, which we have a b c d. Okay, so this 2 is the character of the given log function. So don't get confused with the number of values, don't get confused with the value, but we need to know about the number of digits present. So we have 1, 2 and 3 digits. So the character is defined as the number of digits present in the actual given mathematical equation to its minus 1, that is n minus 1, that is 2. We should write as 2 point. Okay, we should write the answer for 2 point. And next, in order to find the mantissa of the given logarithmic function, we need to know the logarithmic table, how to use a logarithmic table. So in order to use a logarithmic table, if you observe on the right hand side of your screen, so I have posted a logarithmic table. If you observe that logarithmic table, what you have to do is, you need to check the value for 24. You need to check the value of log 24 under 9. That is, in the logarithmic table we have 3 columns. First column has 2 digit numbers. Second column has numbers from 0, 1, 2, 3 to till 9, and the next one is mean difference, it has from numbers 1 to 9. Below each there will be certain number of arrangement of algorithms of numbers. Okay, so now what we have to use, we need to take the first 4 digits of the logarithmic term. So the first 4 digits of this is 2493, right? The first 4 terms of log of 249.345 is 2493. So what we have to do is, we need to check the digit 24 in the first column, and in the second column we need to verify the value of 24 under the number 9. So if this is 9, so it has certain number at its position, so that number will be our mantissa. For the value of mantissa, observe 24 under the value of 9, that is we got 3962. So this is our value which we have found for the 24 under the column of 9. Next we need to find the mean difference. Remember we have a fourth digit 3. So therefore we need to find the value of 24 under the mean difference column of 3. So that value is 5. So what we have to do is, we need to add that mean difference to our original 3962 value. That gives us 3967. So this is our mantissa and 2 is our character. So for the log of 249.345 is, log value of 249.345 is 2.3967. So this is our log value of 249.345. So this is how we calculate logarithmic value. We'll then now find the logarithm of different number. We'll solve one more example for this. Let us say we need to find the logarithm of 23.06. So we need to find log of 23.06. So what we have to do now, first for the character that is n minus 1, n is 2 here, 1 and 2, we have 2 digits, so 2 minus 1, that will be 1. And for the mantissa, we need to find the value of 23 under 0 and value of 23 under 6. So value of 23 under 0 of the first column is 3617. 3617, and value of 23 in the mean difference of 6 is 11. So that gives us the mantissa 3628. So this is our mantissa. Hence the value of log 23.06 is character 1.3628. This is how we calculate the logarithmic values. So now this is about the logarithmic values. Next we'll need to find out about the anti-logarithmic system. Anti-logarithm system. Remember what we use here is the natural logarithm of base 10. Sorry, we use common logarithm of base 10. Natural logarithm will be of base e. We won't use that for calculation in our mathematical problems. We'll use logarithms of common base 10. Okay. Next is for the determining of anti-logarithm. So how to determine an anti-logarithm? Anti-logarithm. So if you have to find the anti-logarithm of a certain value, let us say 3.594. So you need to find the anti-logarithm of 3.5964. That is, if you are given the question, find the anti-log of 3.5964. First, we need to derive the characters to get the actual answer. So now they have given us 3. So the character which I have given for the logarithm value is 3. So keep it aside. We'll use this later. First we'll discuss about the mantissa values. 0.5964. Now in order to know the actual term for the logarithm anti-log of this value, we'll change the page as anti-log. We'll check for the anti-log table. Under that we'll use the same manner. So we'll observe the value of 0.59. Check for the value of 0.59 under the first column of 6. So let us something over there. So value of 0.59 under 6 is 3945. 3945. Okay, and value of 0.59 under the mean difference 4. Under the mean difference 4 is 4. So adding these two we get 3949. So this is our value. So now this is not the mantissa, but the mantissa is 0.5964. This is our value. Now what we have to do is they have given us the character 3. Okay, so how did we derive this 3? We derived this 3 as n minus 1 is equal to 3 if we are using the logarithm of answer. So this is the logarithmic answer. So if we get 3 means that we are using n minus 1 is equal to 3. That means n will be equal to 3 plus 1, that is n is equal to 4. This indicates that we need to add the decimal point after 4 digits from the right side, after 4 digits from the left side. So we need to move around 4 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we need to point the decimal. So that means the anti-log of 3.5964 is 3949.0. So that just nothing but log of 3949 gives the value of 3.5964. So okay, this is how we are going to calculate the anti-log. Now just we'll discuss about one more problem. If you have something like 0 point something, so if you have 0.7948, let us say we are going to solve the anti-log of 0.7948. So now we need to find the value of n, right? N can be determined for the equation n minus 1 is equal to 0. They are given as n minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, therefore n will be equal to 1. N will be equal to 1. Next is, if we have to find out the value of 7948, so check for the value of 0.79 under 4. So value of 0.79 under 4 is 6223, and value of 0.79 under the table of 8 is 11. That gives us 6234. Now we are getting n is equal to 1. That means we need to point the decimal after 1 digits. Therefore the answer will be 6.234. So the anti-log of 0.7948 is 6.234. Okay, so observe one thing. What happens is sometimes the log table which I am using might be having slightly less values or slightly more values when compared to yours. It doesn't matter, it's almost a similar answer, approximating answer. Like for example, if you get a Clark's table, you may have 7949 or 7947. I might getting for different terms. So depending upon what you are using for checking the log table, you might have slightly variable value. Since there is almost a decimal after 4 digits after the decimal, it doesn't make much of a difference for the answer. Okay, so don't worry about it if you are getting some different values in the 4th digit. Okay, you need to worry if you are getting some different values at the first digit itself. Okay, so this is how you solve the anti-logarithm. Okay, so now what is the application of logarithm or anti-logarithm for us is, since we are in class 12, so we are discussing about the class 12 topics, you are not allowed to use scientific calculators in your examinations. In this normal calculator, you just get the square root. You just get the function of square root. You won't get the functions of cube root or fourth root of some terms. If you have to find out cube root or fourth root, you cannot do that by a normal calculator. Therefore, we can use this logarithmic tables in order to find cube roots or fourth roots of certain terms. Like for example, let us say we are taking an example of x cube is equal to 69.48. Sorry, x cube is equal to 97.68. All the values are same because I have written down the values over here. I am just taking that example. So x cube is equal to 97.68. You need to find the value of x. Okay. So this type of examples will arise when you are to find out the value of edge length, if all the other terms are given for the FCC lattice, and if you have to find the radius of atom using the FCC lattice packing efficiency, etc. like that. So now if you have to find the value of x, if you know the value of x cube. So how can you do it is, since we have discussed in the earlier cases of logarithmic rules, if you take log on both sides, so logging on both sides, we get log of x cube is equal to log of 97.68. okay, log of x cube is equal to log of 97.68. now we have discussed this value. Log of x to the power anything can be written as 3 into log of x. So this is one of our rules, right? So log x to the power cube can be written as 3 log x. So now we can find the value of log of 97.68. okay, so what is the value of log of 97.68? First, the character will be here given n is equal to 2, right? That is, we have 2 digits before the decimal. So character will be n minus 1, that is 2 minus 1, that is 1. Now for the mantissa value, we need to find the value of 97 under 6 and 97 under the mean difference of 8. So the value of 97 under 6 is 9894, and the value of 97 under the mean difference of 8 is 4. Therefore we get the mantissa 9898. So the answer log of 97.68 is 1.9898. okay, so this is the value of 3 into log x. What we have to find is, we need to find the value of x. So taking 3 on the other side, we get log of x is equal to 1.9898 divided by 3. This gives us 3 ones are 3, 0.6 the remainder 1, get 6 1 more, 3 and left will be 8, that is 3 2s. So that we get 0.6632. That is, log of x is equal to 0.6632. Now taking anti-log on both sides, we get anti-log on both sides. Anti-log of x get cancelled, so leaving behind just x, that will be equal to x is equal to anti-log of 0.6632. So in order to find the anti-log of 0.6632, we need to find the value of 0.66 under 3 and under the mean difference of 2. So 0.66 value under the mean difference of 3 is 4603, and mean difference is 2, that gives us 4605. Now for positioning the decimal point, we have given 0 point, therefore n minus 1 is equal to 0, n minus 1 is equal to 0, n is equal to 1, therefore x is equal to 1. We need to, if n is equal to 1 means we need to point the decimal after 1 digit, therefore 4.605. so this is the value of x. If you observe the answer for cross verification, so 4 cube is 64 and 5 cube is 125, therefore we get almost 4.6 for cube of 97. So 4.6 the whole cube will be around 96, 97. So 4.605 the whole cube will be around 97.68. If you have doubt while you are calculating this value, if you get some value, just cube it times, like 4.605 into 4.605 into 4.605. If you get any value almost nearer to this, like for example 97.61 or 97.71, something like that, so you are getting almost approximate exact value. Okay, so this is how we use logarithmic and anti-logarithmic table in order to find cube roots or quadruple roots, fourth roots. Okay, so if instead of taking 3, you can take x power 4, we'll get 4 over here, divide this number by 4, then you'll get some digits and find the anti-log for that term, you'll get the answer. So this is how we use logarithmic and anti-logarithmic tables for calculating cube roots and fourth roots. So if you have understood these concepts and the rules which I have discussed in the earlier topics, please do subscribe to my channel and share this among your friends so that they can also get the use of this to how to solve a log or anti-log table. Thank you for watching.